Hello there, welcome to our beginning of the stock market project. And hopefully up to this point you have done a little bit of research in class on some of the companies, kind of giving you instructions. We are using the Dow Jones Industrial Average Companies. It's made up of 30 companies, but we're going to cut that down to 29 because of a weird thing that's happening to one of them. We've probably already talked about that in class. So our goal here is for you to begin building a stock portfolio, and then we will use it to keep track of events that happen to your stock over the period of the remainder of the semester. And if you continue taking this class next year, hopefully we'll hang on to it and see how much money you can make in a one-time investment over a period of a semester or two, depending on how long you're in this class. So first thing you need to do is go open a new Excel spreadsheet. So you should know how to do that down here right on the Start button. Click Excel 2016, open a document up, and it should look something like what's on my screen. Yours will probably say Book 1. I've been working on this, so this is the second one I've opened, so that's why I have Book 2 here in front of me. So we are basically going to build this portfolio from scratch. And so there's a couple of this video, we're just going to try to get the thing set up, and then hopefully in the next video or two, I don't know how long it'll take, we will actually make the investment if we can get all of this stuff up and working first. So first thing we need to do is just organize some things that need to be in here. And the first thing that I would like you to do is, if you go down here to the bottom right hand corner, you have these three icons right next to the slider that you can zoom in and out on. And probably the one that's selected is the one on the left that just looks like a few squares connected together. There's one in the middle that has a little frame around it. I'd like you to select that first, and we are going to put a header on this that's going to be important for us. So if you click that view, you'll get this, and then if you click up on the top, you'll get three boxes that allows you to edit the header. And on the left, if you would put just your name in there, and that's going to be important that that stays there. So should we print this, your name will be printed out on it, and there won't be any confusion of it. In the middle, we will call it Stock Investment. And then if you hit Tab one more time, an important thing, really important thing for us to have here is the original date, which so whatever the date is in class. So the date that I'm making this is October 7th, but this is a Saturday, so that's not going to be your date. So you want to put whatever today's date is in this category. In fact, what I should do, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to write date, colon, take a couple spaces, and then right now it's October, but if this is a winter semester, it might be January or February. So whatever today's date is, type in the month and the day that it is. This is really important that we know what the original date of our investment is, and this needs to not change after today. All right, so you should have your name, stock investment, and then the date on the right hand side. And then you can just click off that, and as long as you're in that view, that'll be there. But we don't really need to see this particular view anymore, and I don't really like to work in that view. So I'm going to go back. Let's go back to the Normal tab, bottom right-hand corner. Click Normal, and you won't see the header anymore because in the normal view, we're really just focusing on the cells and the work that we're doing in the cells there. So okay, so we're going to start building this thing now. And let's just start by going up here to one other thing we should do is let's just go with that for now. Let's go here in cell A3. Let's start right there and type the word stock. Hit enter, and it should take you down. Let's write name there, and let's underline name because that is going to be a kind of a title of it. So you should have name and click underline there. It didn't do it the first time for me. So you should have name underlined right there. So you got stock name right there. And then in the next column over, let's do an all caps price. All right, let's hit arrow over, do number, hit enter shares, hit enter, and then go over to cell D3 and type amount, hit enter, invested, and I hit that underline on A4, but then I realized I'm going to underline everything here. So I ought to I'm just going to go back here I'm going to highlight for the entire column. I'm going to hit underline twice. That'll undo it, and then now I've got everything in there underlined. And then to get rid of that gray bar, just click off of it somewhere. One more thing, we'll just go ahead and do a little bit of formatting here. Let's go ahead and bold that and maybe raise it up to 12-point font there. And so you might need to drag your columns a little bit. Let's make that nice and spaced out so you can see everything. And the other thing I think we should do is let's highlight both columns, rows 3 and 4, and let's align it to the center, again, since that's a title. And if you want to put that in color, that's fine. I'll probably just leave mine. There's a purple or a blue. I think I'm going to just leave mine black. It should be a dark color. Don't do like neon or yellow, but keep it dark black or purple, something that should really stand out on the page. Okay? And before we go on, why don't we go ahead and save this? So go up to File and do a Save As. Go to your M drive. So if I want to take a look at it, you can. Go to your M drive. If you don't have an M drive, put it on your H drive for now until we get that figured out. I'm going to put it on my H drive because my M drive doesn't really work. I'm actually going to put it on a different drive that I need to have. So you're on your M drive here, and I'm just going to save it in this folder here. And we're going to call this, put your name on it, hit Dunaway, stock investment. Okay, and then hit save. So please have your name in there, Dunaway, and then stock investment there. So now we've got something to save as we go. Down here on sheet, let's rename that. So you need to double click in there. And we're going to call this first tab Original Investment. All right, so this is going to basically represent our very first day of the activity where we actually purchase our stocks here. So you've got that there. You've got your sheet named Original Investment, and you've renamed the whole worksheet your name with stock investment. Okay, now it's going to get a little bit crazy. We've got to get the stock names into this cell. So the easiest way that I've figured out how to do this for you is you're now going to have to jump over to the internet. Keep this open. So click on the internet and start that up. And then what I'm going to have you do is go to my website, and we will try doing this together and see if it works. I need to check a couple things here. Okay, you're going to go to my website, mrdunaway.com, and be hitting pause as you need to make sure you get every single step completed just like instructed here. So if you hover over Chisholm, I don't know if you remember this, but I moved things around a little bit. At the very bottom, it says Stock Market, and click on just where it says Stock Market here. And these are some of the things that we've done here in the past. These are the 30, really the 29 companies that we have available to us. But I set something up to make this hopefully easier for us to set up our personal spreadsheets. If you hover over Stock Market now and go to Price Update, click on there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this area to post stock update prices as we go, if it works for us. So I hope this works for you just like it does for me. What I've done is I actually have put another file here. This is an Excel file, and it should open on your computer. So click on Download, and hopefully it does it like it's doing it on my screen. Probably what it did is there's a menu that popped up on the bottom of your screen that says October 9 Update. And if you click on that little arrow and just click Open, it should open a spreadsheet that I put on there. Now you might get this yellow bar, and this is okay because I put this on here. All you need to do here is click Enable Editing, And now you should have another spreadsheet that looks like similar to the one you were doing, except it's called October 9 Update, and you'll see all the companies listed there. Okay, now you'll notice on these you have all of the companies listed with their names. So we're not going to cut that. What I'm going to have you do is go back to my website. So I'm just going to do the Alt tab. Okay, we'll come back to that document in a moment. Go back to Chisholm and click on Stock Market. We're going to do this much more simple because I don't really want the entire name of the company in this document. I really just want these letters here. So if you're on my website on the internet, if you just go here by MMM, which is 3M, and you click, hold, and drag all the way down till you pass Walmart and let go, it should be highlighted. Now, you're going to copy this, but make sure that you haven't accidentally copied this picture or other text in there. So look around and make sure that the only things highlighted are those ticker symbols. Do a right click, copy. Now that information is in your clipboard. Now I'm going to jump back to my original spreadsheet. It's not that one. It is that one, the one with your name and stock investment. I'm going to do a right click in cell A5. Cell A5, do a right click, and we're going to do a paste special, and it's going to look a little bit crazy because it's just copied all of that text into those cells, but obviously it's really big, and I don't want to keep the symbols this big. So we are going to do a little editing here, and let's get this down to a manageable size, like 12-point font. And I don't really like that particular font. And I think the original, this font is Calibri. So let's just do that. Let's just click that. If you click the whole column and you go to that font, it'll make it all match. And then let's center that. So we have all of our stocks lined up nice and neatly here. And then one other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to click automatic here, and it'll turn all of that text to black. So if that changed, if you wanted to change stock name to a different color, you might have to change that back if you did exactly what I just did, and that's fine if you do that. So we are going to keep our stocks listed this way, and eventually, hopefully, you should know which stocks you own and what their symbol is, because you're only going to have 5 of them to pick from. Okay, I'm limited to 15 minutes per video here, and I'm kind of pushing the line here, so I'm going to stop this one. When you stop the video here, make sure you've got all of your stocks. You should have 29 companies in your cells there. Make sure that that matches up, and then if not, let's get that figured out. And then in the next video, we will put in the prices of the stock, and then I'll show you the formulas to put in to begin buying our stocks there. So just stop this video here, and we will proceed with part 2 in a moment.